It looks like the Darkspawn smashed the chest.
Maybe there's still something to salvage in this mess.
That should do it.
Why a mirror?
I don't understand the question.
If your people were going to make a magical whatever for talking to each other, why choose a mirror? Do elves spend a lot of time talking to their own reflections?
I suppose the ancient elves would have felt silly talking to a wardrobe or an urn.
This fell into my hands. Recognize it?
An old, foolish thing to need. Thank you for saving me the trip.
You were more naive than I thought.
What have I done to you now?
To me, nothing. Not yet. To yourself, you can't even begin to imagine the number of mages that have walked down the path you're now on.
My clan didn't believe in me. If you don't believe in me either, I won't mind.
Did Iwan speak the truth? Were you too late?
He's hiding something. Tell us the truth. What happened to my poor Merrill?
Iwan said Merrill sealed himself in with the Darkspawn to save his brothers.
Is that how you remember your youngest brother dying?
Yes. It's just how I once said. Merrill saved us.
If you want me to lie for you, you could have at least offered me a bribe first.
What are you talking about, Ser?
Father, Merrill didn't seal himself in with the Darkspawn. I wanted...
Shut your mouth, Emrys.
No. I'm through listening to you, Iwan. You sealed Merrill in with the Darkspawn so you could go after that blighted weapon.
No! You bastard!
Iwan, is this your own brother? Get out of my sight. I'll kill you myself if I see you again.
Father, You cost me my family, Hawk. This isn't over.
It's not a pretty home, but at least it's clean.
What are you doing?
Putting out milk. I miss having a cat around. But I think the refugees have scared them all off. Or maybe eaten them. You know, I've been meaning to thank you. You don't need to stick your neck out for the mages here. But you have. One day, we'll make a world where your sister can be free again.
I've always had a thing for scrappy underdogs.
I've tried to hold back. You saw what I almost did to that girl. You've seen what I am. But I'm still a man. Don't expect me to resist forever.
How long will it take before I drive you mad?
If we could die tomorrow, I didn't want it to be without doing that.
So that's it? Now you're ready to die?
I thought with justice, this part of me was over. I can't give you a normal life. If you're with me, we'll be hunted, hated. The whole world will be against us. If your door is open tonight, I will come to you. If not, I'll know you took my warning at last.
I brought you something. It's shiny and subversive. I thought you'd like it.
You got me a gift? I hardly think I've done anything to deserve that. Is it a... That's a Tevinter Chantry amulet. Do you want me to get executed? It's sacrilege to wear those in any land under the Divine.
Here, I thought you fight for mages' rights. Whoever's bad side that puts you on.
I like it. Maybe not on the outside of my clothes. I'm not that eager to face the hangman's noose. But I appreciate the thought. I've never really thought about what life would be like in the Tevinter Chantry. In the Circle, they make it sound like the Void itself. The Black Divine stalking Thedas, making it unsafe for kittens and virgins.
Those kittens and virgins will just have to find a nice, strong mage to protect them.
From what I hear about the Tevinters, that's the last thing they'd want. The virgins, anyway. I've never heard about any horrific kitten rituals. I appreciate the gift. Perhaps one day I can return one as meaningful.
isn't it, Jill?
Indeed it is, Geralt. Maker. Where is Donnic? I have to head this off before it goes to the Viscount. Maybe a formal apology. Something that shows the guards they can still trust me.
Try the copper marigolds again. In hindsight, they weren't the worst option.
It's not funny.
I beg to differ.
You'll beg for more than that if you keep this up.
My apologies, Sir Hawk, but I need a moment with the captain.
Guardsman Donnic.
Please.
Aveline.
Guardsman Donnic did not file a complaint. This was all incredibly stupid, and you made it wonderful.
You finally mastered the obvious. I'll take your word on the second part.
You'll get the chance. I was mute and now I want to sing.
Please don't.
There's no way I can ever repay you. Perhaps it's simple. Thank you. Hey, can I ask you something? Was there a moment when you thought I was beyond help?
Don't ruin the moment. It was hard work getting here.
All right, fair enough. Shout when you need me, Hawk. I'll always be here for you. Just knock first.
A fine day, isn't it, Jill?
It's a fine suit.
The finest.
Break it down, distribute it.
The Viscount requires parade armor for his inspections.
Then stuff it and mount it where he can see it. I wear the uniform of the Guard.
His Excellency will not be pleased.
His Excellency can mount it. Trouble, Hawk?
You say that like you expect it.
You don't know the half of it. And why don't you, by the way? Why aren't you tail deep in the problems of this city? Sure, you do good, but petition a title, take a job. The Guard is always looking.
Don't blame me for not being you. I'd make a poor guard.
Well, we agree on that. I don't really see you taking my orders. Besides, you won't catch me saying you don't have an effect. You've certainly had one on Hightown.
But?
Maybe it's time to get serious, before the option isn't your own.
You don't want me as sour and dour as you. You need a counterpoint.
I don't think I've asked to be made the butt of your jokes.
Donnic.
Okay, sometimes I have asked for it. I do wish there was more time for levity. It comes so easy to you. Maybe a little too easy. That's all I'm saying.
How much longer do I have to wait?
How could you do that to me? How could you steal a priceless relic of my people? I trusted you.
Your obsession with this mirror got you exiled from your people and turned you to blood magic. It's ruining your life. Let it go.
Blood magic and exile were my choice. The Illuvian had nothing to do with it. You and the Keeper may not like it, but I chose this path with my eyes open. I can't believe I've been such an idiot believing you'd help me. Go! I'd rather be alone. Oh, may the dread wolf take you, you worthless hunk of glass. It won't work. All the years I've wasted on it, it's still a flaming mirror with no reflection. Why have you come here? Did the Keeper put you up to this?
I care about you, Merrill. I wanted to check on you.
Just don't. Please don't say you're doing this for my sake. I don't need you, or Marathari, or anyone else to look after me. I can save my people with this mirror. Just stay out of it.
Is it really so bad to have someone watching out for you?
You're not trying to help me. You're trying to sabotage my work. I've given up everything to rebuild my people's past. And you just threw my sacrifice in the garbage. Get out of my house. I never want to see you again.
last bottle of the Egregio. I've been saving it for a special occasion.
And what's that?
The anniversary of my escape. Astia Vala Firmundis. Care to hear the story?
I enjoy listening to you talk.
And I enjoy a man willing to speak his mind. Let's see. You've heard of Saharan? The Imperium and the Qunari have fought over the island for centuries now. I was there with Denarius during a Qunari attack. I managed to get him to a ship, but there was no room for a slave. I was left behind. I barely got out of the city alive.
I thought Denarius considered you valuable.
He wasn't given a choice. The look on his face as the ship pulled out was priceless. There are rebels in the Saharan jungles called Fog Warriors. They found me and took me in, nursed me back to health. I stayed with them for a time, until Denarius finally came for me.
He was relieved to see you'd survived, right?
Relieved to see his investment hadn't ended up in Qunari hands, perhaps. I'd grown fond of the rebels. They bowed to no master and fought for their freedom. It was beyond my experience. When Denarius came, they refused to let him take me. He ordered me to kill them. So I did. I killed them all.
Once a slave, always a slave?
It felt inevitable. My master had returned and this fantasy life was over. But once it was done, I looked down at their bodies. I felt I couldn't. I ran and never looked back.
Didn't Denarius stop you?
The rebels had wounded him. The soldiers he brought attempted to capture me, unsuccessfully. It was weeks before Denarius was able to mount the hunt in earnest, but by then, I was already gone.
Couldn't you have found other Fog Warriors? Become a rebel?
Even if I did, I felt unworthy. I had no way of knowing if I could truly escape from Denarius then. I didn't even know what that meant. I simply had to get away. I stowed aboard a ship to the mainland and moved south, chased by my former master every step of the way.
I have to wonder why you stayed with Denarius as long as you did.
You have not been a slave. A slave does not dream of freedom or wonder at possibilities. You think only of your master's desires and what the next hour will bring. It did not occur to me that I could be anything else until I had a taste of it.
But there are stories of slaves rebelling all the time. They did in Kirkwall.
The ritual that gave me my markings also stripped me of my memory. Whatever I was before may as well have never been. Perhaps if I knew, I might have felt differently.
How well did you know these Fog Warriors?
I knew them only a few months, but in that time, I felt as if I truly lived. They were bold, strong, free with their affections. I was in awe of them and owed them everything. And I turned on them even so.
This can't be easy to talk about.
I've never spoken about what happened to anyone. I've never wanted to. Perhaps this is what it means to have a friend.
Perhaps you're right.
To you, Hawk. May I fight at your side for years to come.
Have to hand it to this Varnell. Nice place for an extremist rally.
Patrice is here somewhere.
That's great.
Do not fear.
Qunari hold no real power. They are like any beast. Remove the fangs and it is lost. They are weak before the faithful of the Maker. The only certainty in their precious Qun is death before the righteous.
Ser Varnell!
Take a knee, faithful. The Chantry blesses us.
You claim a blessing when you have used the authority of the Grand Cleric so openly? You have brought wrath down upon you. You remember Ser Varnell? The Qunari have friends, Templar. How will you answer their allegations?
You want a fight? Face someone whose weapons are not bound.
Righteous! Destroy them!
Back me up or you lose me!